Fingerprints. Hey everybody, this is Erica, the technology nerd who likes to film stuff, and just a couple of days back I did an unboxing video of the Galaxy Note 5. This is the T-Mobile variant, and just a couple of days after that I received this unlocked version and I had a chance to play with them both. What I did in my unboxing video was a comparison of the multitasking capabilities of the Galaxy S6 between the Galaxy Note 5. We've been seeing with the Galaxy S6 that it's having such horrendous issues with RAM management, and I wanted to see if the Galaxy Note 5 performed better. So in that unboxing video I could see that indeed the Galaxy Note 5 does do better with multitasking than the Galaxy S6 does, but after playing with both of these devices after a couple of days I can see that that RAM management issue is still there. So I want to confirm what the other bloggers are seeing, that yes, this is still quite aggressive sadly at closing down applications even with 4 GB of RAM. I don't want anyone to look at my past video and think that there is nothing wrong with the Galaxy Note 5 and that I'm not encountering those issues. So I want to just amend that. So what I am seeing is I'm able to get about 3 applications running before I start seeing applications shutting down, versus with the Galaxy Note 5 I'm getting about 6 to 7 applications running before things start shutting down. So again, a little bit better with multitasking, but still just not excusable. So what I want to do is just create an instance that emulates what my day usually looks like with multitasking. And hopefully with that you can see what this means to you. For whatever reason, Samsung is having applications shut down after several of them are started up. I'm not even going to speculate as to why that is. So what I want to do now is to have these devices running exactly the same. I don't want to have any differences between them here. Now, even though the Note 5 has issues with being aggressive and shutting down applications, it's very fast in starting up those applications again. The problem that becomes annoying is when you lose your spot inside that application. So let's just go ahead and start up Twitter. Just gonna find a spot, and Google+. Let's go ahead and find a spot. So a post of particular interest, just say this one here. If the app restarts, it's going to go right back up to the top of the list. And I'm going to have to scroll back down to find what it was I was looking at. It's the exact same thing with Facebook. So here we have this spot. We're going to open up YouTube. I'm always using YouTube. Just say this spot here. Let's go ahead and do Gmail. And so let's just say that in the time that I've been doing all this social media stuff, I want to open up an application such as a game. So let's go ahead and open up Asphalt 8. And let's see where we're at in terms of apps reloading. See just how quick this is. So again, even though this is really aggressive at shutting down applications, at a certain point it's very fast in starting up. That does help compensate a little bit. Start it with Twitter. Everything's still open. Google+. Nope, that already has decided to reload the page there, where you can see that the G4 is still open. See how we're doing with other spots. Facebook is still open. YouTube is still open. We've still got Gmail open. Going back to Asphalt 8. So all that is looking good. So let's go ahead and now try opening up the CM browser, for instance. I don't want to use Chrome. Chrome is crazy in terms of memory. This is now 7 applications. So now Twitter. Twitter is reloading. Google Plus is reloading. Facebook. Facebook is now reloading. YouTube is reloading. And you can notice that on the G4 everything is still open and just fine and dandy. Reloading. Open. And Asphalt 8. Asphalt 8 has to start over again, versus you can see that it's still operating just fine on the G4. So you can see where my frustration runs in. So all these things are still open. I wonder how far we can go with this. Let's pick Netflix. That's something else that I'm doing a lot during the day, during a break time. So here we have CM browser. That's still open. Twitter is still open. So is Google+. How's Asphalt 8? You can just see just how well it does with the RAM there. I have a feeling that one more game is probably going to shut it down. Let's just pick Badland, for example. Let's do it again. Facebook is still open. Nope, we have YouTube reloading. How about Google+? That's still open. Asphalt 8. Still open. So I think I've made my point here. This is how this should be functioning. This is just with 3 gigabytes of RAM, and it's just still doing so much better than what we have on this crazy expensive device. I'm really sincerely hoping that Samsung fixes this. I'm sure I'm going to be seeing something from XDA developers that I can go and tweak and try to fix this. It seems that for the layman type person or someone who's not a power user, they're going to do just fine with the amount of applications that this keeps open. They may not even notice that there is a problem. But the Galaxy Note series has always been known as a power user type of phone. So to add insult to injury, we have a smaller battery, we don't have an SD card slot, and on top of it, the RAM is not up to par as it should be. So I'm going to continue using both of these, and in the full review, I'm really going to have a much better idea of just how badly this aggressive app closing is going to affect the user experience, or if it's something that ends up not affecting it too horrifically. But you can already see, if you're somebody who really is reliant on multitasking, that this is probably not the best phone for you, not right now anyway. Now before I leave you all, I quickly want to talk about my battery life findings. So what we have here is the T-Mobile version with the T-Mobile SIM, and here is the unlocked version, and I happen to have my AT&T SIM in here. Now there's going to be a lot of extraneous variables that I need to factor down to really see what's going on with the battery life. But what is interesting that we have here, as you can see, that Android system is really high on the list, so is Cell Standby. And here we have screen, YouTube, Android system. So Android system isn't really high here at the top. So it's hard to say what is going on here. This is just very preliminary to give you an idea. So you can see that I got 6 hours and 6 minutes of on-screen time, 4% battery life left. And here we have 11% in 3 hours and 7 minutes. That's insane. This is pretty much twice as much the battery life. Interestingly enough, I've been hearing that the battery life on the T-Mobile versions is not so great, and I've been hearing better things about different carriers, so it's hard to say again what is causing what. But we can see that the Galaxy Note 5 is able to get decent battery life. So this is something that I'm going to have to play around with. Keep in mind that with the unlocked version that we have here, it's not optimized to work on United States bands. Also, if you get one, you're going to not have a warranty. So it's probably better to get a carrier version if you are not wanting to deal with all the shenanigans of having an unlocked device. But I'm pretty pleased with what I'm seeing with the unlocked device. So again, this is just very preliminary. I just found this to be an interesting difference between them. If you have any experiences for yourself, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. This just goes to show that I think we're going to see a very broad spectrum of claims in battery life across the board of these devices. So this is all that I want to say for now. Thank you everybody for watching. This has been Erica, the technology nerd who likes to film stuff. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. As for my Galaxy Note 4, what I was getting before the Lollipop update, when I first got the phone, it was like 5.5 hours or so of screen on time. So we're actually seeing pretty good. With a bit smaller battery, it looks like it can do well. So that is all I want to say right now, so good night.